Hello again, and today we are going to be reviewing another Adventure Wheels product. However, this time it's a little different. It is Adventure Wheels Duck Dynasty. Now, I didn't buy this figure because I'm a huge fan of the show. I bought the figure for a couple of reasons. Unfortunately, it does give me a second lantern. But one thing you'll notice if you think about G.I. Joes or other action figures, there's not really that many bearded action figures. If they do have a beard, it's painted on, or it's, slightly, like just a small bump on their face, really. It's not going to be like a substantial beard like the Duck Dynasty guys have. And of course, this one is Phil. Phil is the father of all the kids on the show. He's not the guy pictured just above him there to the left. With the glasses on, that's the guy who had all the controversy. I am, not going to comment on that. Everybody has their own feelings on how that went down and what's going on with that guy. I live in the South. I'm not making comments on that situation. They can do what they want. I'll do what I want. Everybody has a good day. That's how I figure. So anyway, Adventure Wheels, same Happy Tree... Treehouse Kids product. This one is A&E, and of course you can collect all the figures. This one, you do get the benefit of it being a licensed product, I guess you'd say. The sculpt on the figure's face and stuff actually is a less glossy, plasticky, generic, because they were trying to match the people a little bit. However, this particular figure is not the best match of the group. And just rip that off the back there. And, I'm not buying these to collect them or anything like that. Like I said, I am customizing action figures. So if I ever need an action figure that has a beard, I'll have one now. And the other good thing is, I don't think he'll stand up, but we'll see. He has the same posability as the other Adventure Wheels figures I've, made videos on, if not more, because he doesn't have that weird hip thing where his pants are bigger than his hips, so he can actually really do like weird karate kicks and stuff, which is hilarious considering it's an old redneck doing karate kicks. But anyway, the thing is that if you look at this figure, how hard would it be to sculpt, Santa hat on, or and make Commando Santa from Weird Al's The Night Santa Went Crazy, or how hard would it be to slap a turban on the top, and all of a sudden you have Taliban for my G.I. Joes to kill. He does pivot at the waist. In fact, he'd get bass backwards if he wants to, and like I said, in some ways this figure is better than the other figures in this line. It does have the arm pivot and the actual, let me see here. Don't want to break it. Hold on, why isn't it pivoting? Just stiff because of the paint, I think. The elbow does pivot and turn at the elbow. Actually has a ball joint there. What do you call it? The joints there. Now the hands still do not pivot themselves, and but for the most part, unless you really had to show somebody whacking off, why do you need the hand to pivot? Every single which way. His head does lack articulation only because, the beard does get in the way of that. The beard in the head in general is a softer material, but, it does actually go down to the shoulders and everything. And actually, I kind of like the jacket they got on him. I don't like the paint job that much, but I do like the jacket they got on him. Could easily repaint that. Make it more, and he's got kind of like waiter boots on, which, is funny because it looks kind of like the type of thing Cobra Commander would wear, with the pants bunching out over the boots and the long boot. Sorry. Anyway, so yeah, we have the Duck Dynasty action figure. I don't know why they didn't come with a shotgun like the other Adventure Wheels guy does. I mean, I don't know if that's because they're a family-oriented show and A&E didn't want them having shotguns and everything. But, I mean, they have shotguns on the show. In fact, he has the stuff to call a duck, but not to shoot a duck. Oh, man, what's that? It's falling down. He has the stuff to call a duck, but not shoot a duck. Now, I probably will not be reenacting duck calls with these guys, but I could easily see slapping that on the end of a gun and having a silencer. Very easily see that. The other thing is, I've already shown you in my previous video, the lantern. This one is a different color, but it's pretty much exactly the same. Besides that, it does have the grills like a lantern would have. So I guess if I were ever setting up a scene of some sort, I would need that. And of course, I have the beaver. Don't know what I need that for, but you never know. But anyway, this was, of course, $3.99. See, unlike the normal one that comes with all the extra accessories, you know that it has to be because of the licensing fees. They didn't give us many accessories with this figure. If you think back to the other video, the first Adventure Wheels figure, he had like 6 or 9 or something like that accessories, and he only has 3 accessories. Anyway, that is... Now, like I said, these are better made, and that might be also a factor of the less accessories. But like I said, the sculpt on the face is not that great. He looks more like Santa Claus than this guy in the background here that he's supposed to look like. So, overall, I'm happy I bought it. Like I said, I can definitely see a use for it, though it's not my favorite in the line. Actually, I'm going to also pop open this one. This one actually is my favorite of these 4 guys, though I almost like the other guy with the suit, but I didn't buy it. Only because I think it's kind of cool that, you know, he has the suit jacket, which I could see using with another figure. The reason I like this one isn't because I love the character. You know, I don't even know his name right offhand. I know the first guy was Phil. This is Phil, because I looked at Annie's website. But I like the fact the way this guy looks. He, you know, if you think of movies like Navy SEALs or Chuck Norris or something like that, or even if you see, some of those movies, they almost always, like the Special Forces, when they're out and about, they almost always have beards. I mean, because they need to be able to blend in as much as possible with the locals. So, like the beard, if you don't have a beard and you're chilling out in the Middle East, you better be wearing a burqa or something, because I know that's a broad generalization, but certain places that, those guys would go, you just can't go, without shaving your face in certain places, because it's just going to make you stand out like a sore thumb. Also, he has the head bandana on. Easily, like I said, got a black jacket on top and tan pants, brown boots. Same articulation as Phil. Arms will swing all the way around, and they bend at the elbow, pivot, and bend at the elbow. Except for this one's, if you look at the leg, there's a little split in the leg there, so see if I can get that to come in focus without completely blocking the light. So I do wonder how much it's going to hang held up. I don't know if that's just, going to be an issue or not. If you look at the legs there, it's not the best product altogether. Though I do think the sculpting on this one's also better in the pants. I mean, I could care less one way or other about this jacket top, but at least it's just all black, so I can do whatever with it. The head, unfortunately, because they didn't cut any extra room for the hair, I mean, it goes all the way down to the shoulders, kind of like they really do. You can turn the head a little bit, but not very much. But, I mean, that's the same as the other one. But this one, you very easily could trim the beard down a little bit and have yourself a Chuck Norris action figure or something of that nature. So, yeah. Overall, Adventure Wheels, this one comes with, unlike the Lantern, it comes with more of a spotlight, which I like. Kind of change it up. It has the silver paint there for the light. It also has a duck call because that's their business. That's their bread and butter. And I heard somewhere that the frogs and the snakes and stuff have to do with the show. So apparently, if you need a frog to cross the road, or you want to play Frogger or something, you can do that now. But anyway, this is Adventure Wheels set. Altogether, all 3 Adventure Wheels that I bought were $12 at Walmart. A pretty good deal for articulated action figures. Especially since the Dynasty ones actually have better plastic, it looks like, and better molds. But of course, you get the extra gear. That's why you buy those. That's why they sell those knockoffs, because you get all the extra gear and toys and stuff to go with it, so that your guy's not just standing there looking dumb. You can actually have a backdrop. So that's my opening of and review. Overall, these Duck Dynasty ones, I like them. Like I said, this is my favorite looking one of the 4. Only because he could be Black Ops, he could be Chuck Norris. Hell, he could be Santa Claus too. I mean, really, just put a little sculpting on the head, all of a sudden, and a sculpting on the front. So you got the fur trim going down the front. You got Santa Claus right there kicking butt. Anyway, talk to you later.